Yo, what is going on, guys? My name's Workflow. Thanks heaps for checking out the video. Today I'm talking about Domination. This is going to be a tips and tricks video and also just the basics. It's going to be useful for anyone who's brand new to the game mode, and also I'm sure people who are quite familiar with it or quite good at it, I'm sure they'll find some tips in this video as well. So I'm going to break it down from the beginning and talk about what the game mode is. So Domination is a team-based objective game mode. There are 3 flags on the map, A, B and C. B is the neutral flag, and each respective team will spawn on either the A flag or near the A flag and near the C flag respectively. So the game will start, both teams will spawn in, and they'll both have to jump on the closest flag to them. So for one team that'll be the A flag and the other team will be the C flag. And the B flag is really the most important one because that's the one that's in the middle of the map, and it's the one that's going to be fought over most frequently. So this is a game, this is just a game of me playing Domination. I start off pretty slow, which, I'll start off pretty slow, and then by the end of the game, I go positive by quite a healthy margin, and yeah. So I kind of turn it around for myself, which is nice. It's always nice when that happens. So basically, there are 2 types of players, really, that you're going to encounter during a Domination game. You've got, like, your Slayers, who are less involved in the flag capping process and more just about keeping the other team back in their spawn by making sure they're getting lots of kills. Oh, by the way, flag capping, for those of you who don't know, you just stand on the flag. It can take anywhere as long as 10 seconds, I think, by yourself, but when you have teammates on the flag with you, it's much faster. So there's an incentive for you to hop on with your teammates. So yeah, I'm more of an objective player. I'm less of a Slayer, and I'm more tend to jump on flags. That's just what I've been good at, and so that's what I've stuck with. That's not to say that it's not important to get kills. So one of the first tips I'm going to give you is that, and all the tips are going to be from the perspective of me as an objective player. So if you're more of a Slayer, this might be, it's still definitely helpful, but you'll probably be able to relate to a few less of the tips. But anyway, it's really important that you don't just jump on a flag without knowing what's going on first. Yeah, sure, like your team might be losing and you're thinking, oh shit, the enemy's got the B flag, I need to jump on the B flag. Yes, that's a great attitude to have, but it's the wrong way to go about it. If you just hop on the B flag, which the enemy team's trying to defend, you're going to be a free kill and you're going to get shot and your KD is going to get destroyed. It's really important to push up a little bit further than the B flag and just clear out of much of that area as you can. Use cover really effectively. See, if you just see now I know that there's a sniper just camping on the, like, watching the B flag. So I try to flank him, I put my suppressor on, and I win that gunfight, which is nice. So now I know that's one less person on the enemy team who's now watching the B flag. And we've got it anyway, we've got it captured, so I decide, hey, fuck it, why not push up to A, try and get some kills. Now, the thing about going up into your enemy's flag is that it's very possible that you flip the spawns. Enemies aren't going to spawn if you're standing right on top of them or if you have a good line of sight on them, because that's not very fair. If they just spawn and they have no time to react and you immediately get the kill, that's basically a bad spawn. So if you push up too far, you get too aggressive, you're going to flip the spawns and the teams will swap over. Those who are spawning near the C flag will now spawn at the A flag and vice versa. So you want to avoid this from happening. Well, if you're losing, you definitely want to avoid this from happening, because they are immediately going to capture flag at which they spawn near, and then your team will have to then all push up to the old spawn and capture that flag. It's quite easily, if you make this mistake, it's quite easy to get triple capped, which is a scenario where the enemy team has all of the flags, which is somewhere you really don't want to be. That means you're not scoring at all, and they'll get a big lead on you really quickly. Because the way the scoring in Domination works is that, I believe it's the same as Black Ops 3 and many games as well. It's played in 2 rounds, and so for every 5 seconds that you hold one flag, you earn a point. And so if you have 2 flags, every 5 seconds you earn 2 points, and that's essentially all you need to win the game. That's sufficient to win the game. You just need to hold 2 flags for the majority of the game, and you outscore the enemy team. It's not about kills, that's totally irrelevant in terms of scoring. It's only useful to keep the enemy held back into their spawn. So yeah, that's kind of the basics. Oh, and now we're half time. We're in front by 26 points, which is great. Oh, and I got the bronze star, which is cool. Hey, I'm just gonna bask in this moment. Nice little two-piece, which is cool because I was super weak. So yeah, I think I didn't actually see. I'm positive at the moment, so that's cool. So yeah, as an objective player, like I'd pretty much done my job, and that's why I pushed up to the A flag there, because we were holding both C and B flag, so I was happy to push up a bit. And the good thing about World War II is that the spawns are quite sticky. You won't flip them by pushing up. You will have to sort of linger in their spawn for a few moments to flip it. So you can push up quite a fair way without the spawns flipping, so that's good. Now the enemy team are down at halftime, so they pushed up really quickly to get B flag. So around about this time, as an objective player, I should be thinking about pushing back to B, trying to get that map control and trying to get that flag, because while they hold majority of flags, they'll catch up to us quite quickly. As you can see, they're on 87, we're in 109. Their earnings score at twice the rate that we are, so they're going to catch up to us. So I've decided to jump on B. I'm tucked away. I can see my teammate is going through warehouse, so I knew that that was clear. I probably should have checked mid-map a bit more clearly, and that's why, yeah. And the enemy is notified when you're capturing the flag, like it'll change color, so they know that I was there, and that's like a really common spot where I was hiding, so I kind of fucked up there. I should have checked mid-map a bit more clearly. I knew I had a teammate in the warehouse, but I should have checked mid-map more clearly. And I'm obviously listening to the callouts as well, like the announcer callouts. If I hear like the enemy's on A, I will know to push back to A and defend our home flag. And even though it's green, which means we've captured it, it had a red ring around it, I guess, which means an enemy's attempting to capture it. So I'm just kind of, at this point, kind of lingering on our backside, because we've got B and A, so I'm just kind of staying in our side of the map and just defending it, holding it down, make sure they don't push up on us too far. And that's all you need. As an objective player, that's all you need to do to win games. I've also got a suppressor on, so I'm not popping up on minimap, which is always nice. I'm checking our flank. No one's there. I know there's a guy up here because I've just seen him getting a gunfight. I get a free kill. That guy must have come out through the side of the map, through that little cross. I can hear someone on my right. So since I got my suppressor on, and we're in front, I decided to kind of get on the flank. That was some bad shooting. Thankfully my teammate got him. See, because I pushed up quite far, I think me and a couple of other teammates actually flipped the spawns. But no big deal, because we got on C flag straight away. However, this gives the enemy an opportunity to get on B flag. They haven't, so that's good, and I'm just kind of watching. I can see on my minimap someone's coming towards the right hand side of the map. So I was watching that warehouse pretty closely. They got B just now because they'd pushed up. And they had streaks coming in as well, which is always a pain in the ass. Oh, so I only had a PPSH, so that's why I picked up a rifle. It's always handy to carry one of the, like, it's always handy to carry in your back pocket if you can a weapon that's dissimilar to your primary weapon. So like if you're using a subclass, see if you can pick up an AR and vice versa. So now we're really fighting for this flag. I'm trying to hold off those two guys that I saw pushed up on the right hand side of the map. There were two of them there. That's why I died, because they took. Now I couldn't see that person. I didn't get a light of sign on them, so I picked up an assault rifle. There he is. This is a really good piece of cover, like these crates just here. And I'm getting shot in the back. I was watching our flank, and I probably watched our flank for too long. I knew I had someone weak, so I got a hit marker from that grenade, so I just pushed him. This is actually a good team. They all play the objective quite well. They don't just play it like it's team deathmatch, so it's nice. So yeah, I think if now we're coming towards the end of the game. It's played in 2 rounds. We've got 2 flags, so it's gonna finish up fairly soon. It finishes once one team gets to 200. First round is to 100, and then your scores from the first round carry over, so you obviously have the advantage if you win the first round. It's not like the scores reset on the second round, so your score that you had from the first round carries over to the second. So yeah, that basically sums it up. Okay, just to summarize a few tips. As an objective player, don't just mindlessly dive on the flag. Push up slightly, but not too much to gain map control over B. Watch your flanks, use a suppressor if you can, because you're going to be getting in those close gunfights. If you're winning, feel free to push up a little bit and get on the flank and just get some kills, because that'll stop them from getting score streaks, which is really handy. That benefits your team quite a lot. If your team can earn score streaks or stop the enemy team from getting streaks, that's a really good thing. That'll ensure you get the win, which we just got, which was nice. Yeah, and that just about sums it up. Yeah, be careful not to flip the spawns. Yeah, and avoid triple capping as well, because it's too hard to maintain and it makes the B flag vulnerable. So only triple cap in the rare scenario that you're behind by a lot of points and you need to capture 3 flags to win. In which case you need to force them to spawn on the sides, and you do that by having, see, it's hard to do if you're a solo player because you need to be able to coordinate it. But if you can have half of your team pushed up to C and half holding A side, then they won't be able to cap either home flag. And yeah, as long as they don't jump B, then you should be okay, and you should be able to hold that triple cap and get the win. But only do that again if you're like seriously behind. But yeah, that's basically gonna wrap it up for the this video. I might continue this series and do it for each game mode, because for objective game modes it is really handy to know the tips and tricks. So just drop a comment if you enjoyed and let me know which game mode you'd like to see next. Thanks very much guys, take it easy, peace.